There are certain fruits you've probably been told are good for you, fruits you've eaten for decades thinking they're keeping you strong and healthy. But here's the shocking truth. After the age of 60, some of those healthy fruits can quietly sabotage your memory, strain your heart, fuel stubborn belly fat, and even speed up the aging process. Yes, the very foods you thought were helping you may actually be holding you back. And the real culprit isn't something exotic or rare. It's sugar. Not the spoonful of sugar you add to coffee, but the natural sugar inside fruit. When you're younger, your body can process that sugar quickly and efficiently. But after 60, everything changes. Your insulin response weakens, your digestion slows, and your brain becomes far more sensitive to inflammation. The same fruit that once acted like fuel in your 30s or 40s can suddenly become a hidden enemy in your 60s or 70s. So here's the big question. Why are some fruits celebrated as longevity superfoods, while others act more like a sweet poison in disguise? And more importantly, how can you tell the difference? That's exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, you'll discover the 4 worst fruits you should avoid if you're over 60, the 4 best fruits that can actually protect your memory, joints, and circulation, and 2 insider secrets most people never hear about when it comes to buying and eating fruit here in the US. By the end, you'll know how to transform your fruit bowl from a silent health risk into a daily source of medicine, so you can age not just longer, but better. But before we jump in, let me ask you this. How old are you right now? And how's your health these days? Drop a comment below. I do my best to reply to every message. And thank you for tuning in to Senior Health Tips Healthy Aging. Now let's get started. You see, after 60, your body doesn't process sugar the same way it used to. The metabolism slows, insulin becomes less efficient, and your organs are more sensitive to inflammation. That's why the fruit you once thought was always good for you can suddenly become a hidden source of trouble. And here's the thing. I don't want you to give up fruit. Fruit is still one of nature's greatest gifts. The real secret is knowing which ones help you age gracefully, and which ones silently push you in the opposite direction. So let's get right into it. I'm going to walk you through the 4 most dangerous fruits for people over 60. We'll count them down from number 4 to number 1. And trust me, you might be surprised by some of the names on this list. Number 4. Bananas. Now let's start with a fruit almost everyone thinks of as harmless, the banana. For years, it's been marketed as the perfect snack. Easy to peel, easy to eat, and packed with potassium. But here's what most people don't realize. After age 60, bananas can quietly backfire. Why? Because bananas are loaded with natural sugar and have a fairly high glycemic index. That means the sugar gets into your bloodstream quickly, causing your blood sugar to spike and then crash. And for older adults whose insulin response is already slower, those spikes can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and even more belly fat, the most dangerous kind that wraps around your organs. I'll give you an example. One of my patients, Richard, in his late 60s, thought he was making a smart choice by swapping cookies for a daily banana. He felt proud, like he was finally choosing something healthy. But over the years, his waistline kept growing, and his blood sugar crept higher until his doctor warned him about prediabetes. The banana wasn't as innocent as it looked. So what can you do if you love bananas? You don't have to give them up completely. Instead, think of them as a treat, not an everyday habit. Try eating just half a banana and pair it with protein or healthy fat, like a spoonful of Greek yogurt or nut butter. That way, the sugar is absorbed more slowly, and you avoid the sugar roller coaster. And here's the key. It's not about bananas are bad or bananas are good. It's about how your body changes with age. The foods that once boosted your energy in your 30s might work against you in your 60s. But let me tell you this. Bananas aren't even the worst offender. There's a tropical fruit that's even sweeter, more acidic, and far more likely to upset digestion and blood sugar. Number 3. Pineapple. Now let's talk about pineapple. I know, it's sweet, tropical, and feels like a little vacation in every bite. Many people love having it fresh, grilled, or even on pizza. But here's the catch. For older adults, pineapple can be surprisingly tricky. Yes, it's packed with vitamin C and bromelain, an enzyme often praised for helping with digestion. But at the same time, pineapple is loaded with natural sugar and it's very acidic. That combination can spell trouble once you're past 60. The sugar works just like it did with bananas. It raises your blood sugar quickly, which can lead to fatigue, cravings, and over time, higher risk of diabetes. But the acidity adds another layer of stress. For many of my patients, eating pineapple often led to heartburn, acid reflux, or irritation of the stomach lining. And here's something many people don't realize. Studies have shown that high-acid fruits like pineapple can also worsen inflammation in the joints, making arthritis pain flare up more often. I'll share a story. One of my patients, Maria, 72 years old, told me she had a ritual. Every morning she blended fresh pineapple into a smoothie because she believed it was anti-inflammatory. But after a few months, she noticed her knees were more swollen, and she had burning in her chest almost every night. When we cut down her pineapple and swapped in lower acid fruits, her symptoms improved dramatically. So what's the solution? If you truly enjoy pineapple, don't feel like you have to give it up forever. Think moderation. Keep the portion small, and always pair it with a protein or healthy fat, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or even a few almonds. This helps buffer the sugar spike and reduces the acid's irritation. And try not to eat it on an empty stomach, because that's when the acid hits the hardest. The bottom line is this: pineapple isn't bad, but it can become a hidden trigger if you eat it too often, especially as your body changes with age. And here's the twist. If you think watermelon is just harmless water and sweetness, you might want to stick around, because the next fruit on our list is one people often eat by the bowlful in summer, without realizing what it's doing inside their body. Number 2. Watermelon. Next up is a summertime favorite. Watermelon. Honestly, who doesn't love it? Chilled on a hot day, juicy and refreshing, it feels like the healthiest way to cool down. But here's the part many people don't realize. Watermelon, despite being 90% water, can cause your blood sugar to spike faster than almost any other fruit. Why? Because it has one of the highest glycemic indexes of all fruits. In simple terms, that means the natural sugar in watermelon rushes straight into your bloodstream. Eating a few slices of watermelon is almost like drinking sugar water. You get that quick burst of sweetness and energy, but then comes the crash. And over time, those repeated spikes and crashes can wear down your body's ability to manage blood sugar, raising your risk of insulin resistance, diabetes, and even memory problems. I remember a patient named Harold, 68 years old, who loved keeping a big bowl of watermelon in the fridge all summer. He thought it was a guilt-free snack since it was just fruit. But when we checked his blood sugar after eating a few cups, it was shockingly high, almost the same as if he'd had a soda. That was a real eye-opener for him. Now, does this mean you can never touch watermelon again? Not at all. It's about how you eat it. Instead of a giant bowl, try a few smaller slices and pair them with a source of protein or fat. For example, sprinkle a handful of pumpkin seeds on top, or enjoy it with a small piece of feta cheese. That combination slows down how quickly your body absorbs the sugar, keeping your blood sugar steadier. The truth is, watermelon isn't the worst thing in the world, but for people over 60, it can become a sneaky source of blood sugar trouble if you treat it like a free pass. And here's where it gets even more surprising. The number one fruit to avoid isn't something you chew at all. In fact, it's something millions of Americans pour into a glass every single morning, thinking they're starting their day the healthy way. Number 1. Fruit juice. And finally, the most surprising one of all, fruit juice. Now I know this might sound shocking because for decades we've been told that a glass of orange juice in the morning is the perfect healthy start. But the truth is, fruit juice is one of the biggest traps for people over 60. Here's why. When you drink juice, you lose all the fiber that comes with eating whole fruit. Fiber is the part that slows down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream. Without it, you're basically drinking concentrated sugar water, even though it came from fruit. For example, one glass of orange juice can take 4 to 5 oranges to make. You'd probably never sit down and eat 5 oranges at once, but that's exactly what happens when you drink a single glass of juice. The result? Your blood sugar spikes just like it would after drinking a soda. In fact, studies have shown that drinking fruit juice regularly is linked with faster memory decline and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. That's because your brain and blood vessels are especially sensitive to those sugar surges as you get older. I remember a patient, Ellen, who proudly told me she had swapped her morning coffee for fresh squeezed orange juice, thinking it was the cleaner choice. She was shocked when her blood tests showed rising sugar levels, and even more concerned when she noticed her memory slipping. Once we cut back on juice and replaced it with whole fruit, her energy and focus improved within weeks. So here's the simple solution. Eat your fruit, don't drink it. A whole orange, an apple, or even a handful of berries will give you the vitamins and antioxidants you need, plus the fiber to keep your blood sugar steady. And if you really want juice, think of it as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. So those are the 4 hidden fruit traps that can sneak up on you after 60. But here's the good news. Not all fruits are trouble. In fact, some are like golden medicine, helping you fight aging, protect your memory, and keep your heart strong. Let's dive into that uplifting list next. Number 4. Papaya. Let's start with papaya, a fruit that doesn't always get as much attention as apples or bananas. But for people over 60, it can be a quiet hero. Papaya is soft, gentle on the stomach, and packed with something special, an enzyme called papain. This enzyme works almost like nature's digestive aid, helping your body break down proteins more easily. And for many older adults who struggle with slower digestion, papaya can feel like a relief. One of my patients, Linda, 70 years old, used to complain that no matter what she ate, she felt bloated and sluggish afterward. When she added just half a papaya to her lunch a few times a week, the difference was remarkable. Less bloating, easier digestion, and even better energy in the afternoons. But papaya doesn't stop there. It's naturally rich in fiber, which helps prevent constipation, a problem that quietly affects so many people as they age. On top of that, papaya is loaded with antioxidants like vitamin C and carotenoids, which help calm inflammation throughout the body. That's good news for your joints, your heart, and even your skin. The best way to enjoy it? Keep it simple. Try half a ripe papaya after a meal, maybe with a squeeze of lime for a little extra flavor. Eating it after meals not only supports digestion, but also gives your body a gentle, steady release of natural sugars without spiking your blood sugar too high. And here's a little bonus. Papaya is easy to chew and swallow, which makes it especially helpful for older adults who may have dental issues. It's like a fruit that's been designed with aging bodies in mind. Soft, soothing, and nourishing in all the right ways. Papaya is wonderful for your stomach, but what if I told you the next fruit is like fuel for your brain? It's often called a superfood for a reason. And if you want to keep your memory sharp and your mind young, you'll definitely want to hear about this one. Number 3. Blueberries. Now, let's move to a fruit that feels almost magical. Blueberries. They may be tiny, but don't let their size fool you. These little blue gems are packed with anthocyanins, the powerful plant compounds that give them their deep color. And those anthocyanins act like protective armor for your brain, your eyes, and even your blood vessels. There's a reason scientists often call blueberries a brain food. In fact, one study showed that older adults who ate blueberries regularly saw memory improvements of up to 28%. Imagine that, just by adding a handful of blueberries to your diet, you could help your brain stay sharper and your recall stronger. That's a huge difference when you're trying to keep up with conversations, remember names, or simply enjoy reading without losing focus. And it's not just your brain. Blueberries also help protect your eyes from age-related changes like macular degeneration, thanks to their antioxidant power. They support healthy circulation, which means better blood flow to the brain and heart. It's like they're working behind the scenes, keeping your most vital organs young and resilient. The best part? Blueberries are incredibly easy to enjoy. Toss a handful into your morning oatmeal, or mix them with Greek yogurt for a creamy, antioxidant-rich snack. The protein in the yogurt helps balance the natural sugars, so you get steady energy without a blood sugar spike. And if fresh blueberries aren't available, frozen ones work just as well. Nutritionally, they're almost identical. Blueberries really are like nature's little memory boosters, helping your brain stay sharp while protecting your vision and heart. And here's where it gets even more exciting. The next fruit on our list has twice as much vitamin C as an orange, yet far less sugar. It's sweet, tangy, and loaded with nutrients that fight aging from the inside out. Let's talk about that one next. Number 2. Kiwi. Kiwi might look small and a little fuzzy on the outside, but inside it's one of the most powerful fruits you can eat, especially after 60. What makes kiwi so special is its vitamin C content. Just one kiwi can have almost twice as much vitamin C as an orange. And that's a game changer for your immune system, your skin, and even your joints. Vitamin C is like your body's repair kit. It helps produce collagen, which keeps your skin firm and your joints cushioned. It also strengthens your immune defenses, something that becomes even more important as you get older and your body takes longer to bounce back from colds or infections. But kiwi isn't just about vitamin C. It's also naturally low in sugar and high in fiber, which means it won't send your blood sugar soaring like some other fruits. The fiber also supports healthy digestion, keeping things moving smoothly and helping you feel lighter and more comfortable. Here's a little tip that surprises a lot of people. You can actually eat the skin. Yes, the fuzzy brown peel. It might sound odd at first, but once you get used to it, you'll find it's perfectly edible and packed with even more fiber and antioxidants. Just wash it well, slice the kiwi thinly, and enjoy it whole. Some of my patients were hesitant at first, but once they tried it, they never went back to peeling. If you prefer something gentler, slice it into a salad, blend it into a smoothie, or pair it with a few nuts for a balanced snack. However you enjoy it, kiwi brings a burst of freshness and nutrients your body will thank you for. Kiwi is wonderful. But it's not the ultimate champion. The number 1 fruit on our list has been called the king of anti-aging for its incredible ability to fight inflammation, boost circulation, and even protect memory. Number 1. Pomegranate. If there's one fruit that truly deserves the crown of anti-aging king, it's the pomegranate. With its jewel-like seeds and deep ruby color, this fruit isn't just beautiful. It's packed with compounds that can literally change the way your heart, brain, and blood vessels age. The secret lies in 2 powerful nutrients, polyphenols and punicalagin. These antioxidants act like bodyguards for your cells, reducing inflammation, protecting the lining of your arteries, and keeping blood flowing smoothly. Think of them as a natural polish for your blood vessels, helping them stay flexible instead of stiff and clogged. The impact on the brain is even more exciting. One clinical study found that older adults who drank pure pomegranate juice for just 12 weeks improved their memory by 32%. That's not a small difference. That's the kind of boost that helps you remember names, find your words faster, and stay sharp in conversations. For anyone worried about memory decline, that's a game changer. And here's something many people don't realize. Pomegranate's benefits go beyond memory and circulation. By lowering inflammation, it can ease joint pain, support faster recovery, and even give your skin a healthier glow. Some of my patients have shared that after just a few weeks of adding pomegranate seeds to their meals, they not only felt better, they also looked more radiant. The best way to enjoy it is simple. Eat the seeds straight from the fruit, sprinkle them on salads, or blend them into a smoothie. If you prefer juice, make sure it's 100% pure pomegranate with no added sugar, and keep it to a small glass. About 4 ounces is enough. That way, you get all the benefits without overwhelming your system with natural sugars. So yes, pomegranate isn't just another fruit. It's daily medicine disguised as something sweet and delicious. And when you make it part of your routine, you're giving your body a gift: stronger circulation, sharper memory, and a longer, healthier life. But here's the thing. We've covered the red list of fruits to avoid and the gold list of fruits to embrace. Yet, there are still 2 powerful secrets about fruit that most people in America have never heard of. And I want to share those with you next. Let's be honest, walking into a grocery store in America can feel overwhelming. You see piles of fresh apples, bags of frozen berries, boxes of dried fruit, and juices lined up everywhere. It all looks healthy, right? But here's the truth. Not all fruit is created equal, and some choices are much better for your body, especially after 60. First, let's talk about fresh fruit. This is always the gold standard when you can get it. Fresh, ripe fruit is packed with vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But here's a simple tip. Choose in-season and local when possible. A strawberry in June from a local farm is usually richer in nutrients than one shipped halfway across the world in December. Local and seasonal fruit not only tastes better, but it also supports your community farmers. Now, what about frozen fruit? Many people are surprised when I tell them frozen is often just as healthy as fresh. Why? Because most frozen fruits are picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, locking in nutrients. A bag of frozen blueberries with nothing added can be a smart, budget-friendly option for smoothies, oatmeal, or even healthy desserts. On the other hand, dried fruit can be tricky. While it does contain fiber, it's also much more concentrated in sugar, and many brands add even more sweeteners. A handful of raisins or dates once in a while is fine, but eating dried fruit daily is almost like snacking on candy. Here's the key. Always read the label. If you see words like added sugar, syrup, or concentrate, put it back on the shelf. The best fruit products should list only one ingredient, the fruit itself. So the bottom line is simple. When in doubt, choose whole, fresh fruit or frozen with no added sugar. Keep dried fruit as a small treat, not a daily habit. And whenever you can, pick what's local and in season. That's when nature gives you the best nutrition. And speaking of hidden sugar, in the next part, I'll reveal a secret that surprises even many of my patients. The right time to eat fruit so it helps your body heal instead of harm it. It's one thing to know which fruits are good or bad. It's another to actually turn that knowledge into everyday meals that taste delicious and keep your body strong. The good news? You don't need to give up flavor to stay healthy. With a few simple tweaks, you can enjoy fruit in a way that balances sugar, fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Let me walk you through a simple 7-day plan that many of my patients over 60 find both satisfying and energizing. Day 1. Start with Greek yogurt, topped with blueberries, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. This combo supports brain health and keeps blood sugar steady. Day 2. A mid-morning snack of sliced kiwi with a handful of almonds, rich in vitamin C and healthy fats. Day 3. Lunch idea. A vibrant salad of baby spinach, grilled chicken breast, and fresh pomegranate seeds. The sweet crunch of the pomegranate pairs perfectly with the lean protein. Day 4. Afternoon pick-me-up. Papaya slices with a squeeze of lime and a spoonful of cottage cheese. Gentle on the stomach and refreshing. Day 5. Try a smoothie made with unsweetened almond milk, frozen blueberries, and ground flax seeds. It's creamy, slightly sweet, and loaded with omega-3s. Day 6. Dessert option. Baked apple with cinnamon and a dollop of plain Greek yogurt. Comforting, warm, and supportive for digestion. Day 7. Dinner side dish. Roasted salmon with a kiwi avocado salsa. It's tangy, rich, and helps reduce inflammation. The beauty of this plan is its flexibility. You can mix and match, swap in seasonal fruits, and adjust portion sizes to your needs. What matters is the balance. Never letting fruit stand alone, but always pairing it with protein or healthy fats. This way, your blood sugar stays stable, your body absorbs nutrients more effectively, and you avoid those energy crashes that so many people struggle with after meals. Remember, food is not just about calories, it's about healing, protecting, and fueling your best years. When you make small but intentional choices like these, fruit transforms from something that could harm into a powerful ally for your health. So let's quickly bring it all together. We've looked at the 4 fruits that can quietly work against you after 60: bananas, pineapple, watermelon, and fruit juice. And we've also uncovered 4 fruits that can truly support your health: papaya, blueberries, kiwi, and pomegranate. Now here's the inspiring part. After 60, every small choice adds up. The snack you reach for in the afternoon, the fruit you put in your salad, even the way you start your morning, it can either speed up aging or slow it down. The truth is, you have so much more power over your health than you might think. Every meal is a chance to protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and bring energy back into your days. So let me ask you, out of these 8 fruits, which ones will you keep on your plate, and which ones will you let go? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you won't miss the next tip. Always remember, your body is changing, and the fruit you choose should change with it. Take care of yourself, and let every bite be a step toward living younger, longer, and healthier.